Hi, everyone, and welcome to week five. Of course, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and the game is just about to start. So I'll try to make this short so that I can actually get to the game and see how it's going, and at the same time, keep an eye out on those famous or infamous commercials that are always associated with the Super Bowl Sunday and the big game. In terms of this past week, of course, we are just finishing that up tonight, and some of you have still to take the test, the exam one, chapters 1 through 4. You want to make sure you get that done by midnight. Many of you have taken it, and some of you still have to take it, so there's not a lot I can say about the exam at this particular point in time. I have been spending a lot of today, actually before church and after church, reading your blogs. And I must say that, again, for the most part, they are well done. You've done a really nice job of understanding the concept of the blog, what we're attempting to do here. And it's a learning experience. It's a way for you to enhance your learning of the concepts dealing with the principles of marketing, looking at it as it relates to you personally, relating it to your job where you may work, relating it to some current event, some case that you've read about, some company you've read about, that kind of thing like that. And so, for the most part, like I said, as a class, you've done an excellent job. I've attempted to write a comment or two about each one. They're typically relatively short comments. What I would say in the spirit of attempting to improve them, again, this does not apply to everyone, but in some particular cases, you may want to consider this. First thing is to ensure that it's well written. The quality of the writing is a factor. When I read a blog post and grammar's incorrect and the writing is not particularly good, that certainly is a factor. So you want to make sure that as you prepare your blog, write your blog, and so on, that you do spend a little time to review it just to ensure that it does represent you well and the quality of the writing is good as you can make it. In some particular cases, you want to make sure now that it's clear what the marketing concept is that you're discussing or illustrating, what you're bringing out in the blog as well. So those are just a couple of points with those. A little over halfway through. I'm doing. Some of you have done two. Some of you have done three blog posts, that kind of thing like that. So I'm attempting to do all of them. And my guess is, with the momentum I have, then hopefully by tomorrow night I will have all the blog posts caught up. So, or at least caught up until you write your next one, which is one of the activities we have coming up this week. Week five, this is the second and the last time that we'll be working on two chapters during the same week. So this week we're going to be looking at chapter 6 and 7. Chapter 6 is our consumer behavior chapter rather for the B2B market. So this past week with chapter 5, it's been the consumer behavior relative to you and I as individual consumers and buying products and using products for ourselves and so on. This next chapter, chapter 6, is about the B2B market, businesses selling to businesses. And a number of you work for businesses that, in essence, their marketplace is another business or other businesses, so to speak. And we'll find that as you look into that chapter, if you're not familiar with some of the differences in that market and some of the differences in terms of how businesses and organizations, in essence, behave in buying situations, you'll find that out. That's chapter 6. Chapter 7 is our marketing research chapter. The chapter again, here's another illustration of a chapter that if you are a marketing major or minor, you'll spend an entire semester learning more about marketing research. Both the marketing research that is done on more of an ad hoc basis, attempting to solve problems and issues that can be attacked that way, versus the marketing information systems that most businesses have today. I'm sure most of you have heard the term big data and analytics, and certainly that's what we do today. That's how so many of our businesses and organizations survive today, especially all of those like Amazon, for example, that just collect an incredible amount of data about their customers on their website. And that's how they're able then to provide you with services such as suggesting additional products that may be related to the purchase you've made or purchases that you've made in the past. So anyway, that's chapter 7. Again, looking at marketing research from those two different perspectives, the marketing information systems perspective with the use of collected data, and then the marketing research process that we use for any number of individual marketing problems. And a lot of companies do their own, but a lot of companies also hire marketing research firms, the experts in the field, the consultants in the field, to help them do those kinds of things like that. So this week you'll have 2 practice quizzes along with your discussion question, along with then also, I believe, a blog entry again this week. And as you, again, think about the blogs, some of you are in a position where you're looking at taking a topic and talking about it in your blog over a series of posts. Some of you are looking at moving on from one topic to another topic, and that's fine as well. There's no one particular way to handle that situation. So that is week 5 coming up. And so I think it's time. I certainly will be communicating you during the week after we finish our test with some additional information about it. But I think it's time to end our conversation, or at least my talking to you this evening, get on to the Super Bowl and see how things work out for that. So I wish you the best with week 5. And again, as always, if there's something I can do for you, please let me know. Keep your eye on the discussion board with questions for the professor. I answered one of those, I think, again this weekend. And so you do need to check that out periodically to see what we're saying there. So best wishes to you for week 5.